this is Louise McPhillips here from Monaghan Library. So today we're going to read Eva and the Perfect Rain, a rainy Irish tale. It's written and illustrated by Tatyana Feeney and is printed by O'Brien Press. When Eva woke up, she looked outside and saw it was raining again. She couldn't wait to go outside with her new umbrella. But her dad called her back for breakfast. And before she had finished eating, the rain turned thundery, so she had to stay inside. When the thunder stopped, Eva rushed outside with her umbrella. But the rain was so soft that she didn't need her umbrella at all. Instead, she found a nice deep puddle, just right for splashing. Maybe if she jumped hard enough, a fish or a dolphin or even a mermaid would come out. Tired of jumping, Eva looked straight up into the clouds. She felt the rain landing gently on her face. This rain was lovely, but it just wasn't perfect umbrella rain. Suddenly the rain began to pour down. This must be the perfect rain. Eva ran to get her new umbrella. But the wind blew the rain sideways, and even with her umbrella, she still got wet. The wind was so strong. It caught Eva's umbrella and pulled her along. She pretended she was flying. A gust tore Eva's umbrella out of her hands and down the road. Oh no, she thought, it might be lost forever. But she found it next door in a tree. Eva decided this wasn't the perfect umbrella weather, and they both went inside. When the wind died down, the rain became a drizzle. Finally just right for taking a walk with her new umbrella. Eva stopped, nice and dry, and watched the drip drops filling up her puddle. All the rain had made the colours brighter. When Eva reached the end of her road, the sun came out. Rain was still falling. It was a sun shower. A rainbow stretched across the sky. And made it the most perfect rain of all. And that is the end of our story. But we have a little craft based on the story if you'd like to try it out. So following on from the story Eva and the Perfect Rain, today I'm just going to show you how to make this very simple weather chart. And it can be used in two ways. If you'd like to guess what the weather's going to be the next day, you could move your arrow, and then when you get up in the morning, check and see if you're right. Or if you just get up in the morning and you want to move your arrow to match what that day's weather is. And in the next video, I'm going to show you what you need to make this weather chart. So in this video, I'm just going to show you what you need to make your weather chart. So first of all, you need a paper plate, any size will do. You need a ruler, a black marker or a pen will do, your glue stick, a well sharpened pencil, a ribbon or a piece of string just to hang your weather chart, so whatever you have at home will do, a hole puncher, and this here is a butterfly clip. So you can just see there it splits into two and it can be bent any way you like. So that's called a butterfly clip. And then after that you just need your pieces for your actual weather chart. So in the next video I'm going to show you how a very simple way to make these. I'm just going to show you some little tips to make some of our weather pieces here if you are a little less confident with drawing. So for example, with my sun, what I did was just get a milk cap and very simply drew around it with a pencil and then circled it in a marker. And after that it's just a case of a couple of triangles, and they don't have to be perfect. They can be uneven, they could be bigger or smaller, whatever you like. The same for my umbrella piece. I took my bottle cap, drew around it, and I actually drew across it with my ruler. And even that will simply do as your umbrella. If you want to add some details, you can, but it's not necessary. So it just gives a nice uniform shape and a nice circle. The same for my cloud. I actually took a smaller bottle cap, and what I did with it was I just drew a couple of circles on top of each other. So I just kept layering my bottle cap, drawing around it, and what you eventually end up then is a nice cloud shape. So what I could do there is just take my black marker and just trace around the circles I drew, and that will actually give me a cloud shape. Okay, so you can make it bigger or smaller, whatever you like. For mine I just drew on a little smiley face, and then just taking my rubber I just drew out any lines that I could see. Now for the rainbow, it's a little trickier, but what I did, and you should be able to find some of these things at home, is I took a large mug or glass would do, I circled around it. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, you can rub out any mistakes. I took, for example, a can there, which is slightly smaller. Again, just drew around it. Doesn't have to be perfect, we will be going over with a marker. And after that, I just kept bringing smaller and smaller items in to make a slightly smaller circle. And again, just circling around it. And again, just using my milk bottle cap. Again, just drawing around it. And my next bottle cap, just going to be my last circle, drawing around it. Okay. Then just taking my ruler, I look for the middle point and drew across it. So what that gives you is your rainbow. So you can start tracing around the lines you have. And that will give you your rainbow shape. So it just means instead of having to go and get a compass or anything like that there, or start measuring,
It just gives you a nice uniform shape if you'd like to. Some people would prefer just to draw them freehand, but that's just an idea of some goods you'd have around the house that you can use to make these. And after that, it's just a matter of colouring them in any colour you like. So that's the colours I used in my rainbow. For my cloud, just for a cloudy day, I just darkened them down to a grey, and my sun's yellow. Now for my weather chart, I used 4 different icons, but you could do extra ones. There's one with lightning, there's one with wind, and you can draw whatever you like that you think would represent the weather, but if you want to stick to them, that's just an easy way to do it. Now for the handle of our weather chart, this here was used, it's actually a cut off of a paper plate, so it's a bit heavier, it's a bit more like card. This is just plain paper, so you do need something just a little bit sturdier. All I did was cut a strip and into a point, and then I coloured it in the colour I like, and then I used the hole puncher just to give me a nice uniform hole here at the end. And as you're going along, you can have a look at the paper plate and just decide what size you want that to be. So that's just some tips to get some of your icons done for your weather chart. So the next video I'm going to show you how to put it together. Now it's time to put our weather chart together. So what I've done here is I've taken my paper plate, and just by eye I just drew a dot in the centre. So you can measure it out if you'd like, or just do it by eye and just try to get it as centred as you can. I'm going to take my ruler and just line it up at the centre of my plate, drawing a straight line across it. Okay, and turn it around, and I'm going to do the same again. So I'm just cutting my chart into 4 quarters, and that gives me an idea to work with. Now you can, if you wish, put your plate into 6 pieces and put in 6 icons if you'd like. Because these are smaller plates, I'm just going to stick with the 4 for today, but it is an option. So after that, it's just a matter of sticking in some of your icons. So taking your glue stick and plenty of glue into each quarter, and just placing your icons where you'd like them to be. Okay, so plenty of glue. Paper plates tend to have quite a shiny surface on them, so you need plenty of glue, and that's why we don't actually draw directly onto them. It's easier to do the icons on paper and stick them on. And also then if you make any mistakes, you can restart, whereas the plates tend to have quite a shiny surface and it's a bit trickier than to draw them on. So I'm just going to take my rainbow, again just placing it in its own little section there. I'm going to take my little grey cloud, so he's representing a cloudy day. And again, just plenty of glue. Stick them on. And I'm just going to take my umbrella. So that's just a little green umbrella with little dots, just a design I did on it, but you can do them any colour you like. So we are going to add a handle to this umbrella. We are going to draw it directly on, just because it is a little bit trickier to cut out. So just a reminder, when you're cutting these out after you've drawn them, they should be cut out by an adult, okay? So I don't see anyone handling scissors. Now, so that's our 4 little icons onto our page. After this, again, this is another job for an adult. I'm going to take my pencil, my sharp pencil, and I'm going to pierce a hole through the middle. So we already have that dot in place, okay? So I'm just going to use that and then just push my pencil through. Again, you can get an adult to do this for you, and that's going to give us a little hole for our dial there. Also, just if you want to hang it up, it's completely optional. I'm going to follow the line there, and about halfway up, again, just piercing with a pencil just to give me something to put my ribbon through. So if you want to hang it up, it's just a matter of threading your ribbon or your string through, tying a knot at the back, and then you can hang it up anywhere you want. So for our dial, we have a little arrow we made earlier. So again, it's just made with a sort of a heavier cardboard or whatever you have at home, or card, and it is going to place itself over here. I'm going to take my butterfly clip and I'm going to put it through my little arrow, through the hole in the middle of the paper plate, and then it folds back on itself like that. So you want to get it good and neat and fold it back, and that should hold it in place. And after that, when the glue is dried, just from my umbrella, what I did was just add a little line and a wee curve just to give it a handle. Okay, so after the glue dried, I just took the marker just to add in that little extra detail. And that is it. Okay, so as I said, the night before, you can think about what's the weather going to be. Is it going to be cloudy? Are you going to see a rainbow? Is it going to rain? Hopefully not. Hopefully it's going to be sun. And you can guess what the weather's going to be. Get up in the morning and check if you were right. Or during the day, you could keep moving it around and adjusting it. And that's our craft for this week.